Okay, guys, we're now going to our 12th president, Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor was born November 24th, 1784, in Montebello Plantation near Gordonsville, Virginia, and passed away July 9th, 1850, in Washington, D.C. The 12th president of the United States from 1849 to 1850, elected on the ticket of the Whig Party as a hero of the Mexican-American War, and he died only 16 months after taking office. Taylor's parents, Richard Taylor and Mary Strother, migrated to Kentucky from Virginia shortly after Zachary's the third of their 9 children was born. After spending his boyhood in the Kentucky frontier, Taylor enlisted in the Army in 1806 and was commissioned first lieutenant to the infantry in 1808. In 1810, he married Margaret McKell Smith, with whom he had 6 children. His daughter, Sarah Knox Taylor, married Jefferson Davis, the future President of the Confederate States of America. In 1835, his son, Richard Taylor, fought in the Civil War as a lieutenant general in the Confederate Army. Taylor served in the Army for almost 40 years, finally advancing to the rank of Major General in 1846. He commanded troops in the Field of War of 1812, the Black Hawk War in 1832, and the second of the Seminole Wars in Florida in 1835 to 1842, in which he won the promotion to the rank of Brigadier General for his leadership in the Battle of Lake Okeechobee in 1837. In 1840, he was assigned to the post of Louisiana and established a home in Baton Rouge. Soon after the annexation of Texas in 1845, President James K. Polk ordered Taylor and an army of 4,000 men to Rio Grande, opposite the Mexican city of Matamoros. A detachment of Mexican troops across the Rio Grande and engaged Taylor's forces in a skirmish that marked the beginning of the Mexican-American War. 2 weeks later, Mexican troops again crossed the river to challenge Taylor, whose forces decisively defeated the invaders on 2 successive days in the Battle of Palo Alto and Rasca de la Palma. On May 13th, the United States formally declared war on Mexico. Taylor then led his troops across the Rio Grande and advanced toward Monterrey, capturing the city on September 22nd to 23rd, and granting the Mexican army an 8-week armistice, an action that displeased Polk. Taylor further alienated Polk by writing a letter which found its way into the press, criticizing Polk and his Secretary of War, William L. Macy. Polk then ordered Taylor to confine his actions to those necessary for defensive purposes and transferred Taylor's best troops to the army of General Winfield Scott. The following February, however, Taylor disobeyed these orders and with his diminished forces marched south, and in the Battle of Buena Vista won a brilliant victory over a Mexican army that outnumbered his troops by about 4-1. Having thus won the north of Mexico, Taylor emerged as a hero and began to be seen as wing politicians as a possible presidential candidate. At the Whig Party convention in 1848, Taylor gained the nomination on the 4th ballot. He defeated the Democratic candidate Lewis Cass in the general election, winning the Electoral College vote 163 to 127. Taylor's brief administration was beset with problems, the most perplexing of which was the controversy over the extension of slavery into the newly acquired Mexican territories. By 1848, Taylor had come to oppose the creation of newly slave states, and in December of 1849, he called for immediate statehood for California, whose new constitution explicitly prohibited slavery. Southerners in Congress, who feared a permanent majority of free states in the Senate, fought bitterly against the proposal, and the controversy was not finally resolved until September of the following year, 2 months after Taylor's death, with the adoption of the Compromise of 1850. A further problem was the revolution in mid-1850 of financial improprieties on the part of 3 members of Taylor's cabinet. Deeply humiliated, Taylor, who prided himself on honesty, decided to reorganize his cabinet. But before he could do so, he died suddenly of an attack of cholera. He was succeeded by Millard Fillmore. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.